The Views Designer tab can be accessed across the top part of ArmoníaPlus workspace window or by pressing F3 on your keyboard. Now select the app view found on the left-hand side of the Views Designer window. Once here, and our app view is fully complete, we can run the controls and views of the system by selecting the rocket icon in the upper right-hand window. While the controls and views are connecting, the amplifiers will fall offline for a brief while, but it will come back online after the connection is made. Once the controls and views are active, the rocket icon will turn green, and the user will have little control via ArmoníaPlus and will only be able to use functions such as speakers, sources, and zone mutes, gains, and sources and zone EQs. At this time, by hovering the cursor over the Controls and Views button, we can access the web views. Download the SYS Control application from the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. Once the app is downloaded and installed, the user will need to create an account or log in into its existing account. This will be the same login information used in ArmoníaPlus. To create a new account, select Don't have an account. Once on this page, be sure to fill out all required information and select the privacy agreements. Once complete, click Create Account. If the user forgets their password, they can select Forgot Password and enter their existing account email address to reset it. Once an account has been created, enter the details in the main menu and select Login. The control system menu shown after login will show all the public views available. By selecting the information icon, the user will have direct contact details with technical support. This information needs to be entered into the project's properties menu when being designed. Selecting the menu button will bring you to a welcoming screen displaying your name. Here, the user can select a view or scan a QR tag by pressing the Tools tab. Lastly, this is where the user can log out of the app as well. In this example, when selecting the bar view within the control system menu, the user will be prompted to enter a password. Enter the required information, and if needed, the password can be made visible to check for any typing errors. In the bar view, the user can control the level by swiping the fader up or down and muting the zone by pressing the speaker emblem off. Lastly, the user can change the source by selecting the drop-down menu on the top of the screen. Selecting the Scenes tab across the bottom of the app, the user can change through a choice of predefined positions. By pressing and holding the stage scene, we can recall a different sequence, and the same with TV. The user can swipe left on the scene to delete it, or swipe right to edit it. The user also has the option to add a new scene. By selecting this button, the user will be prompted to enter the name of the new scene and press Confirm. The user can now enter the Edit tab by swiping right and can upload the current setting once the changes have been made. By selecting Zones, we can now access the lounge and washroom. You can see that this public view does not require a password, and within this zone, the user can also control the level, mute, and source selection. By selecting the QR tag scanner, the user can scan a QR tag with their phone, allowing them to access a private view. A QR tag can be created within any app view in ArmoníaPlus and can be exported via PDF to be shared digitally or printed for anyone to scan. Once the QR tag is scanned, the user can select single or multiple zones by simply pressing them to control the level. The user can select multiple zones and mute them at once. And shall we not need the zones for control, we can press Select None, found in the left hand of the app. We have the option to select individual zones for changing sources, or by pressing multiple zones at a time, we can change sources in multiple areas at once. By pressing the Power tab across the bottom of the app, we can control the global power of the entire system by pressing and holding it until it turns red in color. The same action will allow the system to power on. By selecting the QR tag scanner or by selecting it through the menu tab, we can enter a manual access point with a password. Simply enter the view name and view password, and we can now control this zone as well. Once we are finished adjusting our parameters, we can exit the view by pressing Menu Exit View. The user can save the project on their phone and open it by selecting the QR tag scanner, then pressing Open Project and selecting their project. Once loaded, the file needs to be matched to the amplifiers to run. Press System Stop. Once loaded, the project can be controlled by pressing Control System. The SYS Control app can be downloaded at the Google Play Store and the Apple Store.